Yo, so we're back at it again. The Brown Recluse is back, second time around. Um, the last episode was in Feb, so yeah, we're back at it. Um, so this is basically like the refresh, the reboot, the reload. Um, Kind of like on some season two kind of shit because we took a break. Well, I took a break. So yeah. So this time around, it's going to be a bit more structured in terms of the length of the podcast, the release schedule, like trying to make it more consistent. Um, yeah. So the idea is to have it twice a month, every second week. Um, Try to keep it around half an hour, 30-minute episode. I think that's enough content for you to consume at a time. So yeah, this is the first episode of like the reimagining of the podcast. So it's still season 6 overall. So yeah, let's not make it confusing. Like it's episode 6. Wasn't supposed to make it past 25. And first of all, like this background noises and shit, like it is what it is. Like I'm not gonna. This is some one take shit. Like you know what I mean. We might cut at the end there, but other than that, we don't do overs. It's one shot. You know what I mean. On some Eminem lose yourself shit. Also, they're drilling. Like I don't know what the fuck's happening here. Like motherfuckers drilling for oil or some shit. But yeah, fuck it. But yeah. Wasn't supposed to make it past 25, episode 6. Not that it's highly likely that I wouldn't have made it past 25. Like I don't live a high risk lifestyle. Like I live a safe life, no risky behavior. I safely remove, the flash drives and shit before I take it out. But yeah, your boy, or I'm not sure how old I can refer to myself as your boy, is now, year older. So yeah, that's kind of where the title comes from. Also has a Kanye reference, like on what song was it? On We Don't Care, he says, wasn't supposed to make it past 25. Jokes on you, we still alive. And then also on Saint Pablo, he says, the ultimate Gemini has survived. Wasn't supposed to make it past 25. So yeah, it's kind of where the title. I got the idea for the title of this episode from. Yeah, because Kanye is like one of the more influential artists to me. Like I know he's super problematic nowadays with his Trump shit, but yeah, like Graduation, that album just blew my mind. Specifically, the production on Flashing Lights, like it went from these orchestral strings and then straight into those like electronic stunts, and I was just like, what the fuck? So that was a dope album. Like that album really made me want to try to make my own music, just because like that showed me like where you can take it. But yeah, like I got so much confidence from that album. Like I think his confidence rubbed off on me. Like I got the ego because of that album. So yeah, shout out to Kanye. Easy. But anyway, back to me. So yeah, year older, birthday things. So yeah, just another regular day, you know what I mean? I don't do too much crazy shit. I just be chilling. Shout out to everyone, which consists of my family and 4 other people for the birthday wishes. Shout out to you guys. Yeah. Actually, what was funny was went to Panarati's in the morning for like some breakfast shit. Then the table behind me, some lady celebrating her birthday the same day. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool, what a coincidence. So then who I was with, they were joking like, nah, I'm gonna get them to sing for you also. I'm like, nah, don't do that. So then I see the birthday, like not the birthday people, but like the staff coming. And I'm like, oh shit, they really called these people to sing for me. But no, the table in front of me as well. This lady was also celebrating her birthday, so I was like, what the fuck? Kind of like the everyone just came for the birthday to Paineratis that morning, which was kind of crazy. So yeah. So at that point, even if they were to ask to sing for me, I don't think they would believe me because it's like, nah, you can't do a 3 in a row. It's like that's like baseball rules. It's like 3 strikes and you're out. And also, I wouldn't want to be the third person they sing for. I gotta be number one.
Take that.
No DJ Khaled shit. We number one. You know what I mean? Like this podcast, about to be the number one podcast, number one piece of content dropping. You know what I mean? Yeah, because this is, one podcast, number one spot, one host. Are there any other podcasts being run by one host locally that's going to make it as dope as I am? I don't think so. So, yeah. Because I don't think a lot of people can. Like, it's kind of tricky to carry a whole show, especially like for like a half hour on your back, you know what I mean? But I mean, look at these shoulders though. I'm saying it's Atlas-like shoulders. You can carry the world on it. So I'm sure I can carry this podcast on it. All I need is one mic. All I need is one mic. Shout out to Nas. Just me, by myself, one man, one mic. Because I'm alone. Okay, that sounded kind of sad out loud than in my head, but yeah. To keep it moving, I got to do updates. I like to give you guys updates on what I'm doing. Before we get into the podcast, before I go in, before I explore the body of this blank canvas we call silence, consensually, of course. This is like when you're seeing someone and like you haven't seen them in like a week or so, and they're coming over and you're trying to, you know what I'm saying, do some shit, and then they just tell you like about their day, and you're just like, can you just shut the fuck up? So this is like that part basically, except what I'm about to tell you is actually interesting. So yeah. So the album came out in March. Are you still busy? Still out with streaming? Go stream that shit. Also, if you can, go purchase that shit, like, of Bandcamp specifically, like, not to be picky, but yeah, because, like, I just don't think, like, because I had someone buy it off Google Play, like, off the phones, but then it's like, you don't really get the files, or it's like you have to search in some weird directory on your phone to find the files. Whereas with the Bandcamp, they basically send you a link to the actual files, like, so can they have an MP3, WAV, or whatever format, and it's like, yeah, that's why I prefer Bandcamp. And yeah, so if you can purchase the album, streams are hype, everyone streamed the album, thank you. Made me 11 cents per album stream because it works out to about that much. But I appreciate it though. Yeah. And thanks for all the feedback. Shout out to Lou Mavi and Pixie420 for doing the album breakdown podcast. Yeah. Then last month gave you guys a 38 track compilation of all the singles I've been dropping since last year August for free $99, as well as 3 other singles produced by different producers, you know what I mean? So shout out to One Van Wade, Revid Beats, and AK. Also dropped the collab EP with AJ Beats. Another one coming soon, but that's just for us. Just for us to know. Yeah, like, so. Shout out to AJ Beats as well, like getting actually linking up with AJ Beats, that guy's a beast. Like, he's a beast though when it comes to like the melodies and shit. Cause like that's one part I'm not really, or I wasn't always like that adept at. Cause normally I just lay chords and then I just kind of like use those notes and rearrange them into like a simple melody. Whereas like the way AJ Beats work is like 3 or 4 different melodies. So that's kind of that really like put that battery in my back and like made me like step my game up, man. Like, oh, what's this? You know what I mean? So it was dope working with him though, just to make me, get that kind of that edge back, like, nah, you dope, Jimmy, but not that dope. So I had to get back to the drawing board and step my levels up. Yeah, so like yeah, like that really helped me a lot with the next album. Just coming up with different melodies, like you know. Yeah, so yeah, the next album is in progress, by the way. It's further along than you might think. Shout out to engineered by Dix. Busy making that shit sound tight. We got one track back so far, so we just sorting it out track by track. Well, we got the album done. Um, Next album's on some some different shit. Yeah, like I rap my ass off on a lot of the singles. I wouldn't have to rap on this album, so it's like they might hear the album and be like, oh yeah, it was Jimmy, but it's like, nah, I got bars, you know what I mean? So that's why you got the 38 track compilation for the bars, and then you got the albums like just to appreciate the musicality, you know? But I'll talk more about the album as it gets closer to the date, you know what I mean? So, yeah. But speaking of rapping, so I was browsing Insta's like explore page, and then I came across this video. And this guy is like in this car driving, but like obviously previewing like one of his songs because he sounds like a SoundCloud rapper. But this guy is like fucking speeding. Like the scenery is like it's just a blur. So I'm like, yo, how fast is this guy going? And then like it's also like you see people like rapping in their cars and shit while they're driving, which is like kind of like a trendy thing I see nowadays. But me, I just kind of like I don't think Arrival Live would approve of that shit. Because I mean, like, worst case scenario, you could like be in an accident and you could like kill someone, right? So it's like, and in that situation, it will look worse if what you were rapping was whack. Like, imagine, just think of the family, like, you like killed their child or whatever, and now they like play the video of like, oh, so what was the driver doing? And then you just putting some whack bars. Like, that's extra pressure for people that do that. Like, you have to when you're driving and while recording yourself rapping, it has to be fire. So if you kill someone, it's at least like, yo, yeah, they did, but these bars were fire. So that's a lot of pressure, you know what I mean? But yeah. So you better be on point with the bars, man. 'Cause even like if you die in an accident and you died rapping some whack bars that you wrote, that's like some real like you played yourself kind of shit. Because like they can't even play your bars at your funeral because it was whack. So make sure, when you're driving, spit that fire. Make sure it's fire. Or fire, as the kids say nowadays. Yeah. Because, like, if the bars were dope, at least it's like, it's a consolation. Like, like, yeah, they died, but hip hop lives. You know what I mean? So, uh, yeah. By the way, the segment was not sponsored by the Road Accident Fund of South Africa. So, yeah. Actually sponsored by the South African Real Hip Hop Association. So yeah, the slogan is basically, you can kill a pedestrian as long as you keep hip hop alive. Like it's a worthy trade off if you think of it. But yeah, man, because that makes me think, like, because what if you could trade off a certain amount of lives to bring back like something like a food or a service or some kind of product that would be more convenient or make things more convenient for you, you know what I mean? Now that sounds like a horrible thing, but if you think about it, that's more not okay, we're not dead, but they like people working in terrible conditions, like I'm sure it's happening now, but years ago when like factory workers in like China or some shit like that, some weird country. Like in 2012, like 100 or something, like some electronics manufacturer workers were like protesting on the factory's roof, and they were like, "Nah, they're gonna jump because the working conditions are so terrible." But yet, I don't give a shit really, because like, let's say they get better working conditions, but now your electronics have to cost double. Like, I don't think you're gonna do that. I really don't. Or at least I won't. But yeah. So yeah, it's like imagine people could bring back like BBM. Like imagine you can get like for what was it, 59 or 69 rand or whatever, and just like unlimited internet service for a month, but like some like a group of anonymous or anonymous to you, at least people have to like die or some shit. Like I don't think you're gonna be that bothered with it when you're paying 59 rand for unlimited data. I really don't. Yeah, I'm just fucking around though. Just fucking around. So it's only entertainment, as Jay Z would say. But nah, I never had a BlackBerry though, because I think I would have get caught like when people played like music or media files, it would show up in BBM somewhere. So it was like on my status, you'll just see some shit like Busty Latino takes on Big Cock .mp4 with all the underscores in between. And actually, because it would be back in the day, it would probably be .3gp, which is terrible quality. But yeah, actually, I wouldn't get caught because they rename it to something inconspicuous. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Also, I wouldn't get caught because I really downloaded like porno videos. Like I was on streaming before streaming was like official. You know what I mean? I was streaming that shit. Shout out to X videos and Spang Bang. But I ain't been on there in a while though. So just to you know what I mean? It's been a while since I've put Google Chrome in incognito mode because I read Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And then there's a chapter called Sex Transmutation, and that really made sense to me. Basically about like conserving sexual energy. So instead of like dissipating it on like jerking off or like just fucking a bunch of people, you kind of somehow transmute it and apply it to something more like constructive and shit. Kind of like how boxers won't, or certain boxers or athletes won't really like bust a nut before like a big game or some shit. So it's like that kind of principle. So I don't know. I'm still on the trial period. It's still on the I can still get my money back guarantee. It hasn't been that long that I'm trying it. Yeah, so I'm just out there, man. Just super focused. It's like almost like it's like limitless, but it's kind of like a porno parody of limitless, where you can fuck everyone, but as long as you don't bust a nut, you can still use 100% of your brain. Which I think that's kind of like the next move. Like if you think about it, in recent years, South Africa has like come to the fore when it comes to like cinema, right? Like just like the movies, and the movies are great and very well received and celebrated, but yet there is not one that has been made into a porn parody. So that's my free gem for you guys out there, the young creatives wondering what's the next move. Porno parodies of local movies, but you have to kind of be careful with what movie you choose to parody, because one of my favorite local movies is District 9. But like I don't want to see like some prone alien thing fucking someone. Like that's just me. Look, if you do, I don't kink shame whatever you into, you know what I mean? But yeah, so certain movies can't be parodied, like that. What's that other movie I saw on the box office thing? The White Girl and the Lion, or some shit like that. Like, cause you can't parody that, cause like bestiality isn't legal, is it? I don't know. So yeah, as long as you stay off those kind of weird kind of situations, like boom, porno parody, get the AVN award. You know what I mean? And it's how you get the bag. So that's just some free advice, for the youth dem, because Youth Day is coming up Monday, which this podcast should drop before then. But yeah, man. So enjoy the long weekend, guys. Be safe. Protect your neck, because it's also Father's Day. So don't be caught slipping and then become a father because you were enjoying your long weekend. Because yeah. Like imagine like if you look at the state of Alabama, where the anti-abortion bill and shit, like, so if you knock someone up, you pretty much don't have a choice. You're gonna be a father. So, which is fucked up. Cause like, I mean, you should be able to, do what you want to with your body. So like, so as an act of solidarity, like if anyone wants to have an abortion, like you can have one like live on the podcast, but like yeah, it has to be on the podcast because I'm also trying to get my views up, and I think that would help. Unless YouTube blocks it though, and unless like people protest it, but you never know. People might want to see that kind of shit. Cause like I can use myself as an example, not with the abortion thing, but like for some reason I just decided, yo, I'm gonna start watching Iron's Flay. Like I don't know how or why, but I just saw the shit and I was like, oh, there's a lot of colored people in this, so I'm gonna watch this. And at first I was like, okay, just kind of like a typical local soapy like drama and shit, but like they on some other shit. Like it's like I think I might do like a separate podcast just for like Iron Slayer, like cause that shit. Cause like it's obviously a soapy, so it's been running for a while, but I only saw 3 episodes, so I'm like still trying to piece everything together. So once I figure it out, I might go into it more. Yeah, but also I'm trying to get on that show though. Like I'm trying to be everywhere, So I'm trying to get on that show, Even though I have no acting experience, I'm not that good at Afrikaans, and I'm terrible at remembering lines. Like ignore those 3 minor flaws. I think I can, I think I can play my part. Just don't even give me a script. Just boom, say action and then or actie, and then boom, I'll just do my thing. Cause like I do my thing.
Take that.
Because look at this. Because I can be dramatic and I'm colored, which kind of, I think I'm qualified. That's qualification enough for that show. So if you work for the show or know someone that works for the show, tell the people to call my people. And let's, take a shit up a notch, Also because you got to step up the music game because that opera shit, it don't slap. That shit ain't it, chief. Yeah. Shout out to the creators of that show. Another thing I wanted to watch is the X-Men Dark Phoenix movie. Now I know the reviews have been like not that great, but like one thing you need to know about me is I do what I want. Now I do what I want. Shout out to Lil Uzi. So yeah, so I will be watching that movie soon enough because I think the bar's like so high for like superhero movies these days. Because like when it came up, it was basically they have to look like they look in the comics. They have to have like that similar character, and you have to see the superpowers. But now it's like people want so much. You know what I mean? Which I guess is a good thing, but it's like doesn't take that much for me to enjoy a Marvel movie, or you know what I mean? As long as I'm not bored. So yeah. Also, I think like going to the cinema, like watching movies in the cinema is gonna be like a flex soon. Like some local struggle rapper is gonna use it as a bar in the song. Cause like if you think about it, right? Let's say you wanna watch 3D movie. Let's say I'm watching 3D Dark Phoenix right at like New Metro VIP because it's gotta be VIP. That's just like 150, right? Then you gotta get the glasses because even though I have like 10 pairs at home, I'm gonna forget to take it anyway. And also you gotta have the fresh 3D glasses for no fucking reason. So then that also. Then you gotta get the combo. Then they're gonna ask you, yo, you want to upsize? It's only 10 rand extra. So now I upsize. Now I have this big ass drink that's gonna have you taking a piss halfway through the movie. But anyway, boom, you add that. So then, you know what I mean? It's kind of like it's a lot. Cause like let's say you take someone on the date, right? Boom, you buy all that shit. Times 2, that's like almost 500, right? Then you gotta cover lunch. So like, and now I know some people are saying, oh, it's gotta be split between equal parties. Yeah, actually that works. That sounds good. Like for everyone who's able to live in that fairy tale, But for those whose looks can be described as an acquired taste, and who pursue music and podcasts as a living. might not have that option. Actually, no, I think it's more like we might not feel like we have that option because we feel we gotta make up and like go extra hard to like make up for our feelings of inferiority. But then again, that's a discussion for me and my WhatsApp therapist. So shout out to my WhatsApp therapist. But let me just check how far in am I? How deep in am I now? Oh shit, like almost 25 minutes. So yeah, I don't want to be here too long, you know. That's one of the rules of showbiz. Leave them wanting more. So yeah, that's been the first episode. Shout out to everyone that's been listening though. Like I said, it was challenging, like trying to put together this show. You know, not just to put it together, but to come up with it and then actually to execute. Cause like, you know, I was having like second thoughts, like, nah, maybe it's gonna be like too much, or people might take certain things I say the wrong way. But like, fuck it, just gotta do it, and then, you know what I mean, deal with like the bullshit when it comes, or if it even comes. Cause I think a lot of times we're just preparing for like situations that exist only in our head. So yeah, that's why I'm so glad that I actually followed through with it. So yeah, so basically, yeah, I think I did well for my first show. You know, I carried it through just me and my phone. 'Cause I basically type out like a lot of the points, so that's why I keep looking at my phone. Not like anyone's messaging me like my WhatsApp, but I like everyone's like say, oh, my WhatsApp's so dry. Like I have received 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Since yesterday, I have received 8 messages. Damn. Just to let you know how popping my WhatsApp is. But yeah, cause like, but what I was saying was, yeah, like I just type out the shit and then, you know, I expound on it, I extrapolate on it, because like it's challenging holding a show like this on your own, cause like it's just you. There's no, you know what I mean. And also shout out to MCKD in advance, who's gonna say, Jeremy, you don't need to say you know what I mean, because we know what you mean. But yeah, you know what I mean. But yeah, like the show has been, and I do consider it a show. Like it's all for fun, you know. It's don't take everything seriously. Like fuck it, you know. The budget's not there, you know. We just got the plain plastic, not plastic, the plain black table, you know. Simple setup for now, you know. You know, still the raw stages, baby. We're still going raw in it, you know. Eventually, you know, this will end up into either a late night show or a more fully developed YouTube show. Either way, I'm gonna be getting that bag though. So yeah. But for now, got the partnership with, once again, shout out to Lou Mabby and Old Spectators Corner. You know, he's gonna be hosting the podcast on their Spectators Corner SoundCloud as well. So it's like more ways to get it, you know. Choose one. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you have any criticism, hold on to it, please. I might ask for it someday. Take that. Nah, feel free to drop a comment, man. Let me know what you want to hear me talk about on the next episode. Show some love or whatever. But yeah, I look forward to bringing you guys another episode in 2 weeks' time. But until then, I hope you enjoyed. Share the podcast, man. Because if you don't, your mom's out. Although that's not necessarily a bad thing, because allow me to be a narcissist and quote one of my own tracks when I say, I like nasty shit, I'll never judge a nasty hoe. There's also a line of scripture from the book of Jimi, chapter 1, verse 69. If you get it, because it's 69 and nasty shit, okay. We out here, JBCMV, cult shit, baby. Yeah, but that's it for this episode 6. I'm the Brown Recluse. I'll catch you next time. So until episode 7, be good. Don't be caught slipping, you know what I mean? Don't get yourself into trouble. Still want you to be around for the next episode, because it's gonna be dope. But yeah, it's Jimmy. I'm out. Safe.